You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
It's Later with Mo Kelly. We're live everywhere on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and the iHeartRadio app. And I got to say, it's been a while since I really enjoyed a Marvel movie. I mean, in the way that I did many years ago. And if you know the phases, like since maybe phase 3 or 4, we're like phase 6 now. Marvel has had good movies, but they haven't had great movies. Saw Fantastic Four twice since I last talked to you. It's a great movie. It's not a perfect movie. It's a great movie. It is reminiscent of Marvel when it was at its best, when you had the first Iron Man. It was a way of storytelling, which was funny, but it wasn't silly. It wasn't like they were going for jokes just for jokes. It happened in the natural course of whatever was happening. The tone was the right tone. It was a world-ending event. I need you to treat it like that. I didn't need you to have the main character trying to go save squirrels like they did in Superman. This movie, Fantastic Four, First Steps, obviously was the #1 movie, but I suspect it's going to have some real legs. And it sets up the future of Marvel movies in a great way. I would love to see it again, to look at all the Easter eggs. Vanessa Kirby, fantastic performance. Everything in the movie turns on her actions. Joseph Quinn, who played Human Torch, fine performance. Pedro Pascal, I didn't really believe that he could be Reed Richards when he was first cast. I was very skeptical. And there's some things that I think he could have done better, but I was pleased overall with his performance. I just don't have a whole lot bad to say about this movie. Tuala may disagree. I didn't get to hear Mark Ronner and his Ronner report. So I'm sorry.
You don't listen when you're not here?
I'm sorry. Who are you?
That hurts. I have feelings. What was that manscaping stuff you were talking about? Whatever it is, I need some of that. No, I loved it probably as much as you did, and I thought they struck exactly the right tone. They finally got Galactus right, which was a big sticking point for me.
They couldn't get it more wrong.
Not than that one where he was like a stupid space cloud. They did everything right. Every doubt that I had about it wound up being nothing. Even the female Silver Surfer, which I didn't want or care about, didn't ruin anything. Lots of fun.
But it was, I don't want to give it away for those who haven't seen it. It was explained and it was essential to the overarching theme of family and motherhood. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say.
I'll tell you, I would rather listen to them go on about family in the Fantastic Four movie, the way they did it so well, than in a million of those awful Fast and Furious movies.
Okay, all right, relax on your Fast and Furious critiques.
Those aren't even movies. They're just stimulus. Okay. Fantastic Four was a proper movie with a really well thought through story, and I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I think I've seen it twice now, and for me, going into it, it is once again proof of something I continuously say, and that is when the MCU gets a hold of characters, they get it right. This is not the first bite at the Fantastic Four apple. There were two done by Tim Story, one that shall not be mentioned, although I have to for this moment, by Josh Trank, which was the worst thing to ever happen to cinema. And this time,
it's not an overstatement either.
Going into it, I knew for a fact that this movie was going to be pitch perfect because of everything they were showing us. They were once again giving us a world that we have not seen. They were creating a world that the Fantastic Four could thrive in. They made it make sense from beginning to end. All of the performances were top notch. All the performances were character accurate. It was shocking to me how Reed Richards, Pedro Pascal, was. I mean, his awkwardness and uneasiness and all that went into it, but also there was a slight bit of sinister to his character that not many picked up on. That when you read the comics, Reed Richards is one of the worst things to happen in comics because the way his brain works, it's wrong for the world. And I just love how they had slight little nods, the emotion that they gave Ben Grimm and how he carried the weight of what happened to him, but never let it show and always held the team together. I mean, everything about this. I thought Joseph Quinn, I had my worries about him as Johnny Storm, only because I didn't think he would be able to make the transition from the series, the Stranger Things. I was like, oh, is he going to be able to do it? I thought he was great. And I love how they did not make Johnny Storm an ass like he has been in most other interpretations. I thought the way they made him, I was like, this is perfect. This is so good. As a comic book fan, my wildest dreams came to life on that screen, and it was utter magic.
So we all agree? Is that what we're saying?
Well, Tony seems to be in some distress here.
Uh-oh.
I think it was when I mentioned the chick Silver Surfer.
That's why I won't see it. Female Silver Surfer, I won't go.
No, don't let that get in your
No,
way.
that's plenty why I won't
At
go.
least see it. Look, it's comic
Maybe I'll rent it.
accurate.
10 pages in a what if book. Come on.
No, Tony. And when you see the
At least you
story,
know by then.
When you see the story, it actually makes sense. And I'm giving you from the diehard collector of comics. You see my garage, just say, yeah, T understands. He's got a garage full of comics.
Of all things to change, man. It's a road I can't cross.
It doesn't ruin it. I promise.
Doesn't ruin it. Let's not forget, this is not a spoiler. We know that it doesn't take place on Earth 616.
That's still the first one they show us that one.
I promise you, Tony, I promise you.
And it ain't the last.
I know.
I promise you, T, I promise you. Like, we literally had on our Nerdorama podcast, we have a member, Ryan McBain, who literally, he went into it thinking he was going to have to set the theater on fire when the female surfers hit the screen. And it came out like, you know what? I was okay with it because I understand why now, and it makes sense.
It wasn't a gender swap. It's a different character, different story, and it's relevant to this story. It wasn't like they had to make a reach for it.
Also, the way they depicted her surfing is really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Really cool. Everything that they did, you're like, damn, you got it right. And it also makes you excited to see when they go on and give us Norn Rad. It was, Tony, I promise you.
Is it too late, though, when you do her
No, we'll get that. I bet you we get a whole Norn Rad movie, solo movie someday.
All right, that solo book series, come on, man.
That's what I think. If you haven't seen the movie, if they would have used Norn Rad in this particular way and closed the story in the way they did in this movie, you would have been angry.
Yeah, you would have walked out there like, blank, 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 blank,
I'm sure.
blank.
Yes.
I'm sure. I just, it's one of those things for me. That's just one of those sacred, that one too. They just can't help themselves. I feel like sometimes.
We're going to carry this over to the next segment because we got to talk about Comic-Con and what happened this weekend, and it also ties into all things Marvel.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
KFI, Mr. Mo Kelly here. We're live everywhere on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and the iHeartRadio app. And I've been getting your message, calling me a Neanderthal, saying that I'm, not progressive enough. Small p as far as male and female relationships. Guilty as charged. I guess I'm a trad husband. So let me just go ahead and piss you off even more. I think the greatest piece of advice ever said on TV was said by James Evans Sr. on Good Times. And if you're wondering what I really think about this whole man-keeping thing, how women are supposed to be the caretakers of our emotions, I'm just going to let James Evans speak on my behalf, okay? All right, everyone ready? All right, here we go.
I went with Wilona to one of those meetings where women talk about their problems. You know, all that silly talk about trying to better themselves.
One of them women's groups? Florida, I'm surprised that you wasting your time at a crazy ladies meeting like that. Look at you sitting here bumping your gums when you ought to be in there making dinner.
James, you asked me to sit down. I think you said enough.
Well, there's one thing I ain't got no patience with is women trying to push in and take over a man's job.
James, that is not what women are after.
Don't tell me, Florida. I see it every day. They're taking the food right out of our mouth.
I think you said enough.
Hey, woman, what's wrong with you? You don't tell me when to talk. See, you've been to one damn meeting right away you flying in my face.
James, that's not what it's all about.
I'm gonna tell you, you've been driving everybody crazy running around here. Now you going to them women's meetings. I'm gonna tell you something Uncle Ed used to say, and maybe he was right. There's only 2 places a woman belongs,
Don't
Florida.
say it, James. James, don't say it.
The kitchen in the bedroom, Florida. The kitchen in the bedroom.
Are y'all mad yet?
Utterly ridiculous.
That's why I send all your hate mail. I don't give a damn. Comic-Con. Tony, you went to Comic-Con.
Yes, I did.
What were some of the highs and lows?
It was packed this year, but I think the floor was packed because I think there was just less compelling stuff in Hall H, like the big panel thing. So I think just everyone was it was shoulder to shoulder in there all the days.
As always. Were they camping out this year?
There was camping, but it didn't seem as much, one really cool thing I did, because, I'm, of my age, remember the cartoon G.I. Joe?
Of course.
Okay. Remember there was like one episode where the bad guys did like a fake band.
You didn't go and see this
Cole
Slither show. Dude!
Okay,
it was good.
Face the camera so everyone can see your shirt better.
Cold Slither is a made-up band that they created in G.I. Joe that's made up of Zartan and the Dreadnoughts.
Yes.
And they've been pumping up this whole... They've been doing flyers.
They made a real album.
Are you serious?
Oh, I have it. It's good. It's actually a sufficiently metal album.
Oh, my God.
They did a whole set. And they did that Brick by Brick, which is like a heavy metal punk venue, too. Is where they did it at.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, no. The funniest thing was, for the encore, they started playing Gem, the cartoon Gem.
Really?
And then a girl came out and started singing the theme song, and it's like, oh, that was the original singer, the original voice actress.
From Gem and the Hologram.
They had her come out and they played with her, and they played a Gem song. And
My mind is blown.
It was great. It was
Tony, I got goosebumps.
It was a fun night. Hey, it was the most Comic-Con thing I've ever done in all my years.
Did you get to see any of the footage of Acme?
I saw that leaked online. I saw that a little bit. It's been shelved for a while, that movie, right?
Yes. It was actually not going to come out at all. It was one of the films that when they 86 the Batgirl film, they 86 that one as well. A whole bunch of films got cut, and then the fight for it, Will Forte, he fought for it, and then the fervor just got around. And it's like the idea is genius. It is one of the most genius ideas I've seen a company come up with an older product.
I don't know why they were trying to shelve it, because from what I read, it was about $50 million budget, which was modest.
Yep.
And I thought they would have easily made its money back. It had some real talent connected to it. Eric Balzilla, who's been on the show, the star of it, is starring. And he and I had talked a couple times offline. It's like he didn't understand why Warner Brothers wouldn't release it, and it's probably because of all the publicity about it being shelved is going to make far more money now because it's worked now as a promotional campaign.
It worked for Deadpool.
Right.
That when that footage leaked and finally everyone wanted to see that movie, I think it's kind of the same thing.
I mean, think about it. You have Coyote, who for years we have watched Coyote buy all these Acme products to catch Roadrunner, only for those products to just blow up in his face and everything goes awry. This is a film about Coyote suing Acme for all of his wrongdoing.
It's beautiful.
Genius.
Yeah. It was the natural evolution of all that. It's like he spent, I don't know, untold amounts of money on this one company. Why he stuck with them, I don't know, but he did. And now he wants
to deliver to the desert, right?
Right. Now he wants, some compensation.
Yes. To me, I'm like, when you look at your old product, I'm like, to me, this is like Hollywood. When you look at old IPs and you think about just redoing something, do it like this. Give us a new look. Give us something that we can look and say, aha, that's genius. Not, we're going to do Total Recall and it just be a different movie. The hell?
Anything else from Comic-Con? Did you get to see George Lucas by chance?
That was Sunday. He did the panel on Sunday. That was
I watched it last night.
Yeah, I watched it too. That was the only thing in Hall H.
I'm sorry. The thing that people should know is that you can now see almost every single panel from Comic-Con on YouTube.
Yes.
Before they get taken down.
Yeah, but it didn't used to be that way. So
that was more a function of the pandemic. They made it available at that point, and then they moved away from it because they still want you to be there in person. But yes.
Yeah, you don't have to endure the assorted aromas of Hall H and the waiting.
Tron looks interesting.
Oh yeah.
I want to love it. I loved the first Tron movie, the original Tron movie. The second one was good enough. But what they had a booth this year with just the light cycle to like take a picture on. Line was too long. I'm not waiting that line. But they had another line because they were doing a 9 Inch Nails like custom die cut
because
record.
they did the soundtrack.
Yeah, 9 Inch Nails, and it was a custom like die cut album, and it's like, do I wait in line for no? No, I'm not waiting for it.
Yeah,
but that looks
the lines, man.
Oh,
the lines.
But I want to be hopeful for that movie. I really, really, really do.
For Tron Ares?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a huge Tron fan, and
love
unlike
the first
you,
one.
I actually loved the second one.
It was good.
I thought
The soundtrack.
finally the sound design technology and CGI caught up to what Tron was envisioned to be originally.
And we're hitting AI now, which is exactly in Tron's wheelhouse.
Absolutely.
So it can be really good.
And you're bringing back Jeff Bridges. I mean, so that
Well, he's just the dude now.
Yeah, he is. He's still abiding.
He was in the first movie. He was great. I just, when he was still Flynn, and just
all of that.
I love that first movie.
What was the first movie? 84?
82.
82. Okay, yeah.
The light cycles in that first one. They still can't make them look as fast as that original one. They looked so fast and everything.
But it was literally a computer game.
Yeah.
And now you're bringing them into the real world.
Yeah.
We'll
see.
The real world implications. Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it.
I want to love it.
I'm watching the Motown chat. And some of you are angry at me about the clip I played. And
Really?
Yeah.
They found that offensive?
Yeah. Someone said, I think it was Cynthia who said, Mo, you're better than that. Actually, I'm not. Cynthia Melkor said, boo, Mo, you're better than that. Oh, really?
No, Cynthia, he's not.
I went with Wilona to one of those meetings where women talk about their problems. All that silly talk about trying to better themselves.
One of them women's groups? Florida, I'm surprised that you're wasting your time at a crazy ladies meeting like that. Look at you sitting here bumping your gums when you ought to be in there making dinner.
James, you asked me to sit down. I think you said enough.
Well, there's one thing I ain't got no patience with is women trying to push in and take over man's job.
James, that is not what women are after.
Don't tell me, Florida. I see it every day. They're taking the food right out of our mouth.
I think you said enough.
Hey, woman, what's wrong with you? You don't tell me when to talk. So you done been to one damn meeting right away you flying in my face.
James, that's not what it's all about.
I'm gonna tell you, you've been driving everybody crazy running around here. Now you going to them women's meetings. I'm gonna tell you something Uncle Ed used to say, and maybe he was right. There's only two places a woman belongs,
Don't
Florida.
say it, James. James, don't say it.
The kitchen in the bedroom, Florida. The kitchen in the bedroom.
I am not better than that.
You gonna play some Andrew Dice Clay next?
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
KFI, Mr. Mo Kelly here. We're live everywhere on social media and the iHeartRadio app. And the folks in the chat are mad at me for playing that Good Times clip, not once, but twice. It's just, Mo, I thought you were better than that. Keep trying to tell you I'm not. And if you don't want me to play the Good Times clip anymore, okay, I won't. Well, what about Archie Bunker?
Imagine Irene Lorenzo thinking that she's going to get that job over me with all that gray hair of hers.
Well, she just might get the job, Arch. Nowadays the government is pressuring companies into hiring more women in executive positions.
I know it's a crime against nature. Women was created for two things, making meals and babies.
Oh, boy. There you go again with the 19th century thinking of yours.
Well, it's true. Look at your cave women. Why do you think your cave women was created with short legs and fat butts?
I don't know, Arch, but I'm sure you got a good answer.
So they couldn't run fast, so the men could catch them and force them to make the meals and the babies.
Well, weren't there any cave women with long legs and skinny butts that could run faster than the men?
Well, then the men would have to bring down with a rock.
Now I'm starting to catch on.
I don't know what you're doing.
Ladies, stand strong. Stand strong. I mean, I'm not laughing with them.
Was that politically incorrect, Cardeisha?
Y'all are a mess.
Yes.
So don't play the good times, but I can play Archie Bunker.
Thank you.
Don't let me buy some George Jefferson. Oh, no, some George Jefferson. Oh.
You might have missed out on some Jackie Gleason, too.
Oh, I got time.
Yeah, play some Jackie Gleason.
Give him a little bang zoom.
The man's home is his castle.
Yes.
And in his castle, he is the king.
Do you know who Jackie Gleason was, Carnisha?
No.
Oh, come on.
If I said the Honeymooners, does that...
Okay. It sounds familiar.
Okay, did you ever see Smokey and the Bandit?
No.
Good night, everyone.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say. I mean, like Burt Reynolds, Smokey and the Bandit.
You said Jackie who?
Gleason. Gleason.
I see his picture, but it doesn't ring a bell.
Are you aware of this device people used to watch called the television?
Look here, Mark.
Yeah.
You got one more time.
Oh, my goodness. So you're going to make me break out some Jackie Gleason and George Jefferson just because. Just because. Oh, my goodness.
One of these days, pow, right to the moon.
The stuff that they used to say on TV, they could not even, they couldn't even think about
he
doing
literally
now.
used to say, one of these days, pow, right in the kisser.
Yes.
Pow, right in the kisser. Bang, zoom, straight to the moon with you, Alice. I used to watch the Honeymooners every night before going to bed. It was like Honeymooners, Twilight Zone. That was the black and white nights that I used to stay up till midnight before there was no television.
But just even the violence or even the faked violence of the Three Stooges. You can't even do that kind of stuff anymore.
Yeah. Ooh.
TV has just changed, and I don't mean to digress into some treatise on how TV has changed over the past 40 years, but it really has. The things, and I had to edit some of the stuff out of that Archie Bunker clip because there's some stuff he said that I can't even have said on the radio now. That's how much TV has changed. But so Rob Cat in the chat says Mo ain't done digging yet. Look, if I'm going to dig, I'm going to go all the way to the basement, all the way down. Just Me says, Mo, are you trying to go on vacation? Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm going on vacation next month.
An extended vacation?
Yeah, I'm going on vacation with my wife.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm quite sure someone has got to be texting her right now. Do you know what your husband's doing? Because they do that. Her friends will text her like, "Are you listening to him right now? Do you know what he's saying?" As if she's going to tell me what I can and can't say on my show.
The nerve.
That is not going to happen. I'm the king of my castle and the ruler of all I survey.
This reminds me on the Martin show when Martin had that episode. He was talking crazy on air about Gina or something, and Gina had checked him at the house.
Okay, but that's television. That's not real life. That's TV. That's made up. That's fictitious. Who gonna check me, boo? No one's gonna check me. No one's gonna check me.
No, who would dare?
No.
I love it.
Steven in the chat says, no, please, Mo, not Jackie Gleason. We got to go to break because I got to pull some clips.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Before we go, I don't know how we got here. It was that whole man-keeping subject that
malarkey.
How men need to open up and share their soul to women because that's the only way that we can be fully developed men if we just tell all our emotions and feelings. And it's like, no, sorry, nope. Sometimes you just got to know when to stop talking, ladies. Just stop talking. And I was just trying to show my math, as they say. I played James Evans. I played Archie Bunker. And I think it's now time to play some George Jefferson.
I'm surprised at you. I mean, who should know better than my own family the respect I have for women? Weezy, get the damn door! I'm busy. Get it yourself. You could have stopped doing that and answered the door. But you're closer to it than I am.
Mr. Jefferson?
Yeah. What can I do for you?
You can make me your new manager. I'm Dale Parker.
There's more.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Jefferson. Here's a copy of my resume.
Oh, yeah. Pleased to meet you too, Miss,
Mrs. Parker, Dale Parker.
How come you got a man's name?
Because I married a man named Parker.
No. I meant the other part, Dale.
That's not just a man's name, George. Remember Roy Rogers' partner?
Trigger?
I love it.
Oh, they don't make TV like they used to. And I couldn't find the Jackie Gleason clip that I wanted, but this will have to do on this occasion.
He's a troublemaker. Well, I have got news for you, Ralph. You and Norton and some of the men in this building can learn an awful lot of things from Carlos. He happens to be a gentleman, Ralph, and that seems to be something that you have forgotten all about. He treats us like women. That's something you've forgotten too, Ralph. You seem to have forgotten that I am a woman.
I forgot that you're a woman? How could I? You're always yapping.
What do you mean I don't treat you like a woman? I treat you like a woman. I let you sew, I let you cook, I let you wash the windows, I let you clean up. Boys don't do that, Alice.
That's so politically incorrect, inappropriate. So I think it was I don't know who it was who said it. I'm better than that. No, I'm not. I am not.
Just ask HR.
I'm just playing clips. That's all I'm doing.
Oh my God. I grew up watching all that.
All that.
Oh my goodness.
And it's funny because here's the serious point. For those who are either somewhat angry at me or really mad at me, are some of the same people who would say that we're too sensitive today. That, we don't know how to laugh at ourselves today. And if you look at just about every Norman Lear show of the late 1970s and early 80s, none of that stuff could be on TV today. None of it would have the same type of impact because we're too busy pointing fingers at each other and trying to disrespect each other as opposed to being able to find things that we can laugh at each other. Yeah, I could find a whole bunch of other clips that were making fun of men, but I'm saying as far as how we got there tonight, it was just a function of people being mad with what I had to say about mankeeping. No, I'm not sorry. And if you say it again, I want to play some more James Evans. I'll play more George Jefferson. And that's all there is to it. But no, we should be able to have fun with each other in a way that we used to be able to have fun with each other. But for some reason, we just can't. I know it's a very different world now. And it's a much more coarse world. We don't even look at each other in the same way. I'm old enough. Carnicia's not old enough to remember. Mark is old enough to remember. He doesn't want to admit it.
Careful.
See, 12's old enough to remember. We remember the 1970s and what it was like. Was everything great? Absolutely not. But there was a way in which we could talk about some of the ills because these shows are talking about the problems which were going on in America. Mm-hmm. They were putting it on a level which almost seemed farcical. But what made it so powerful was everybody knew an Archie Bunker in real life. Everyone knew a George Jefferson in real life. And because there was so much truth being expressed through the characters, it put up a mirror to society, and it showed where we were and how absurd in many ways where we were as a country in the late 1970s and the early 80s. We look at this like, how could anyone think that way? Oh, yeah. Archie Bunker, for as absurd as he sounded, he was very much real. And a lot of people, and I know Mark knows this because he's a student of television history, a lot of people didn't even get the joke that they were laughing at Archie Bunker and those like him.
Well, I wonder if we're even dumber now than we were back then, and people would even get the satire of any Norman Lear show.
No, they wouldn't.
I mean, Archie Bunker was not meant to be taken at face value,
no,
okay?
But a lot of people agreed with him because they didn't understand that he was a caricature.
Sure, but if you watch to the end of the show, he almost always got his comeuppance or changed his mind about something. And there was a method to this, but I just think that a lot of, like, I used to find it insane that people didn't understand that the show 24 was a fantasy, and they thought we should do all that stuff in the real world. The same thing holds true for all the Norman Lear shows.
I wish that we could have groundbreaking TV like that now. In the age of cable, in the age of streaming, you would think to be able, because they can cover larger subjects, more controversial subjects, but TV is not as daring as it once was. Now, you'll have more profanity, you'll even have nudity, but it's not daring like it was in the 1970s. They actually said the F word pejorative for gay people on air.
Oh, yeah.
They said the N word a couple of times over different shows. And I'm not saying that we should do that now. I'm just saying TV was a different vehicle back then to highlight discrepancies, mistreatment of people, and also to move society forward. Yeah, it was quote unquote progressive back then because it was still controversial in the age of the Jeffersons to have an interracial married couple on primetime TV.
Yeah.
That was unheard of.
I mean, just think about how much funnier Saturday Night Live was when they were able to actually take risks, but instead now of tiptoeing around and giving us more slapstick and silliness, where it's like Saturday Night Live used to make real solid, hilarious social commentary, and it's almost like everyone is just afraid to tell jokes. No one wants to get quote unquote canceled.
And that, I think, is the truest serious commentary about what's going on in the world today. As you think about late night comedians being canceled or the shows being canceled, can they talk about the president of the United States however they want, or there are other considerations which have to be made? If you watch Good Times, they made fun of Richard Nixon and Jimmy Carter all the time. And all these shows made fun of whoever was in the White House at the time. They made fun of Gerald Ford. I can't remember, and his tripping and that kind of thing. We don't have that now.
Well, presidents have always been fair game, no matter what party they were from.
Until now.
Until now.
Yeah.
Now, you brought up Saturday Night Live. You probably know where I'm going with this. Richard Pryor guest hosted an episode, and he did a sketch about an employee doing a word association with Chevy Chase.
Oh, my yes.
There is absolutely no way in hell that would be on TV today.
It's one of the funniest bits ever.
Yes.
It was Mel Brooks-esque.
Oh, yeah.
And
I mean, we couldn't even play that on the air. No part of it could we play on the air for you to understand what it is we're saying. But that was so shockingly funny and in your face. It was, please look that up.
Maybe
Chevy Chase.
Yeah, maybe on our very last day we'll play that.
Right before I go on vacation for real.
Forever.
So you won't know when I'm like.
when you go to the farm in upstate New York, we'll play that before your last day.
KFI AM 640 live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app.
KFI and KOST HD2, Los Angeles, Orange County. More stimulating.